On play action, it's Murray. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 28 yards. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. Flushed out right. And he slings one that's incomplete. Now this game, of course, held at the fabled Estadio Azteca, home to the Mexican national soccer team, home to 2 World Cup finals, including Diego Maradona and the Hand of God goal in 1986. Look it up, kids. This is the final of 5 international games for 2022, as well as the 5th time a regular season game has been held here. The Cards and Niners actually played in the first of those games back in 2005, a 31-14 Arizona victory in front of an announced crowd of over 103,000. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. The Cardinals at 6-4 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Murray off play action. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Play action. Now it's Murray. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Drake Jackson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Another try after the first down sack. Murray, and that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Murray now to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6. Prater's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Lance looking to throw it. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Trucks over him. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one. The Lance going to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. This one caught by Kittle. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And they run the option on 2nd down. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Murray. He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium and watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. Able to get this one to McBride. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. from the gun on third down. Murray. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And the Niners are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Check right. 10 cycles. Ready?
They'll run with Mitchell. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Elijah Mitchell, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a short kick taken at about the 16. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is counter. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Lance throwing out wide for Samuel. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now Lance. He finds Kittle going across the field. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Lance going to try and throw on third down here. That's going to be caught. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Niners continue to pull away here in this first half. Gold to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if finally kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Buying time to his left. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing now is Murray. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already, they're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Lance. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 17-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Touchdown! Danny Gray with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the 49ers extend their lead yet again. Gold with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Fred Warner. 30, 10, 5, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now Gold for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. A short kick taken at the 18. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. On first down, Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And his throw here's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. And Lance now to throw. That's Samuel. Caught left side. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. To throw on 2nd and 10, Lance. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 26. Give them 18 on the play. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now execute.
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 16-yard touchdown. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Murray now on first down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That's complete to McBride. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Now Murray off play action. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Murray from midfield. They'll roll him out right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Danny Gray, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Niners take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Gold with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 7. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover.
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you've got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
On 2nd and 15 now. Murray. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man. It's McBride complete. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete to McBride. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Murray fighting, lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Look at the big man rumble. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Third and 2, and here's Murray. Goes right back to McBride. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Now Murray again. Screen pass to Connor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And this will be swung out here for Connor. And he is going to lose yardage here. On second down, Connor looking for space. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Murray now to throw. And this one's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Murray. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Here's Murray. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's McBride. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey McBride. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Prater for the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Lance. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray now. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again, Murray. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the 49ers add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Throwing now is Murray. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Ambry Thomas. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. On 2nd and goal, Lance sliding out of the pocket. And he's got it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Gold with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. Give him 32 on the play. Throwing on first down is Murray. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sandbag at the 16-yard line. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
After the sack on first down, Murray, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the 49ers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. That one looks like he'll throw here. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Now Prater to add the PAT. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Lance going back to the air after the pick six. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. 20, 10, and he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt. I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't... And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. This one caught by Kittle, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Gold able to tack on the extra point. Man, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Well, fans usually love to